Hello, Cancer, or more specifically, those of you with a Mars in Cancer placement in your birth chart. Now, you can go and check out your birth chart if you don't already know all your placements. There is a link just in the description box down below, and that will it's quite quick to do. It's free. You bob in your time of birth, date, location, and it will give you all your placements. It's a very in-depth report. So all you need to do today is go and look for your Mars placement and go and check out the sign for your Mars placement, right? The reading for your Mars placement. It is also going to work if you're Cancer rising, Cancer sun, Cancer moon, or if you just have a strong Cancer in your chart, because it's talking about Cancerian energy in general. But the specific aim of looking at Mars in Cancer is the way that you take action, what motivates you, what gets you fired up. So that's what I'm going to be looking at specifically today, Mars and Cancer. So yeah, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, maybe go and look up some of your other placements in your chart. Okay, so Cancer, I can't believe the song that randomized for you is My Heart Belongs to Daddy by Sophie Milman. Now, this is a Marilyn Monroe song, and I don't know why I get this kind of screen siren stuff for you so much. But if I think about it, this kind of Marilyn Monroe energy, this kind of like, she's very sexy in kind of like an emotional way, which is very, very Cancerian energy, actually. I don't remember what her star sign is. I wonder if she is Cancer. So yeah, it's the song actually, when I think about it, it really suits Mars and Cancerian energy, because Cancer, which is the crab, is a sign that really likes security. They want to feel safe. They want to feel protected. They want to feel like they have stability, especially to do with things like family and friends. They really want to feel secure in that. So a Mars placement in Cancer, these people tend to be driven by this need for both physical and emotional security. So this is what's going to prompt them to take action. If they want to feel secure, so they're going to move towards things that make them feel secure. They're going to actually, if they do feel secure, they're really going to resist change. They're really going to change to someone with a Mars in Cancer placement is a threat. It's a threat to their foundation, because it's like this, I'm comfortable where I am, this is different, I don't know how I feel about this. So it may cause Mars in Cancer. Mars is the sign of taking action. Mars is the sign of going for it, of jumping in, of going for what you want, of being very driven. Now, the Mars in Cancer placement is almost the opposite. It's almost withdrawing from the battle. So yeah, and some of you are going to be like, I don't withdraw from a battle. I know, Cancer, I know. I'm going to come back to that. But sometimes, like, the motto of Mars in Cancer is like, the best offense is defense. So sometimes being defensive is the way to go, which actually does mean that you can be quite defensive if you feel threatened. Mars is the sign, well, if you think about Mars, the god, Aries, he is the god of war. So when you feel threatened, say somebody's arguing with you, there's a difference of opinion, you may retreat into your shell and really close off, or you may get quite prickly and quite spiky. What else do we have? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you do need to feel it. When you want to take action, you kind of really need to feel secure before you take the action. You kind of need to have an idea of how something's going to play out. You really kind of need to feel like you're starting from a secure base, rather than, if you feel like you're in a wobbly situation, you're not going to kind of want to go forward with that until you get the situation that you're in secure. So unless you're motivated to move to a more secure situation. So yeah, it's all about how you feeling safe and secure. You may have a tendency, because you really value the stability, very much like Libran energy actually, because you really value the stability of your environment. You want concord with others, you want people to get along, you want things to be calm and tempered, because you do feel things very emotionally. If there's like drama or arguments or differences of opinion, or if somebody hurts you, sometimes you have got a tendency to kind of bottle up your emotions in order not to rock the boat. It's like, oh, I won't mention that because I don't want to get into an argument, but what happens is you bottle up, and then because of this Mars placement in Cancer, if this is in your birth chart, obviously if it's not in your birth chart you may not like this, but the Mars energy in Cancer is going to affect you in a way where after bottling up your emotions, you're going to have an outburst. It's like a temper tantrum, like a toddler tantrum, right? Very emotional outburst. You may feel a bit silly afterwards, but it's because of this placement. So it's good to understand ourselves in that way. You are at your best. You're kind of at your worst when you're prickly and defensive, but you are at your best when you protect the people that you care about, when you're protecting others or protecting a cause that you care about. So you care about things very, very deeply. You're very passionate about the things that you care about. So you may find that on social media, there may be, at the moment, there's kind of like a movement to do with women's safety. Women should be able to walk around at night without being afraid of being attacked. How do we educate men to make so that women can feel safe? This kind of movement is going on online at the moment. It's kind of in the news. I keep seeing it on social media. I've seen a few of my Cancerian friends speaking up about this because it's a cause that I think is close to the heart, because it's about safety. People should feel safe. People should be able to go about their daily life and feel safe and not feel threatened. So this is a cause that I can see people that I know have Cancer placements are really kind of getting a bit fired up about online, because they are protecting others. Because when you extend this emotional because Mars is about fighting, right? And you're this emotional protective sign, so you will pick up the fight, you'll pick up the cause when you feel like there's a cause that involves this safety of and security of others. So you may feel particularly motivated by children, or the refugee crisis, or even it could just be like your friends. If you think a friend needs protecting, you're going to be there at the head of the battle. So it's really interesting that you have this tendency to kind of like run away from a fight unless you're protecting somebody else. So that's kind of one of your strengths. Also, you are a very, very, this is a very sexy placement. Mars is the way that we approach desire and passion. And because you have this kind of emotional screen siren thing going on, whether you're a man or a woman, or, whether you identify as non-binary, this kind of emotional approach to sex and relationships is actually very, very intriguing, very much like Scorpio energy. So there you go. My heart belongs to daddy. So if you think about that song, it is talking about it could be talking about family. If you want to take sex out of it, it could literally be like, I value my family. If you want to put it into a grown-up, I have to stress that it's a grown-up sexual relationship, a sugar daddy, absolutely could definitely see that for you if you have a Mars in Cancer placement, because you want the security, you want to feel safe, you want to feel protected and looked after and have that stability. So you may find that you go for sugar daddies. You do like to have a social life. I think people forget about this about Cancer. Cancer can really be the life of the party sometimes, when they're in the mood to go out and have fun. So, going out and flirting and things, but it's like, at the end of the day, I value my security and I'm not going to do anything to threaten that. So yeah, there we go. I guess we're going to pull you some cards. So this reading is mainly for people with Mars in Cancer placements. For what day are we going to be on? It's going to be Thursday. Whenever this reading finds you, though, it may resonate. It doesn't have to be for Thursday. I'm just aiming for that day. So anyone with strong Cancer, but particularly Mars in Cancer, for Thursday, please. Thursday, please. Mars in Cancer. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous card for you. Water, creation. Yeah, this is like talking about, again, creation. You have to take action to create. So very much Mars energy, right? Taking action to create something, but it's coming from this gorgeous emotional place. The water signifies emotions and almost connectivity to kind of your spiritual side, and this very like she's very zen, right? Also wanting peace. The dove symbolize peace, so wanting to be in peaceful situations, peaceful environments, feeling secure and emotionally stable when you're in those kind of circumstances. And when you feel secure, as I was saying with this, with the Mars placement, when you have that security, when you feel emotionally stable, you're in that kind of prime position then to be able to create something and to be able to take action towards the new. So what do we have here? There you go, the movement and the speed. Yeah, when exactly what I was saying. Exactly, I couldn't say it any clearer. You take action, movement and speed. You take action when you feel emotionally secure and stable and in peaceful environments. Perfect. Like, couldn't have picked two better cards if I'd have like handpicked them. Okie dokie. So I hope you are in that place right now. That'd be lovely for you. Cancer. Mars in Cancer for Thursday, please. Mars in Cancer for Thursday. Mars in Cancer for Thursday. Elephant. Why was I do you know, I was thinking elephant. I don't know if you want to go and check out those elephant readings, if elephant's particularly symbolic for you, or this you're connecting with this reading. Leadership, and look how stable he is. I was talking about being very zen, so you may enjoy meditating. You may find that doing yoga is helpful for you. You may, if you have trouble sleeping, you may want to just do some breathing exercises, some meditation exercises before you go to bed. It may help you have better night's sleep. You may just want to have a long bath, turn the light off, light some candles, listen to some calming music. All these kind of things that help you with that stability, with that secure foundation. What else? Yeah, there's a lot of apps at the moment for like sleep music, and you know, there's videos on YouTube that are like, I keep seeing it, I've not played it yet, but it's like oldies are playing in the next room and you've got rain on your window, you know, so all these calming sounds that can really help you to find, like, just look at these two cards together, it's beautiful. Sorry, bumping you. There we go. So calm and serene and stable and zen-like, right? Like, this is the space that you want to be in. This is the energy that you want to aim for before you start to create things and take that action. You may feel very busy at the moment with speed. You may feel like you've got a lot to do. You can see this elephant has like so many arms. I think is it based on, is it Ganesh? I may look up the card in a moment. Or you may be witnessing somebody else who has a lot to do and be wanting to extend your help. It's like maybe you're offering your hands to support this other person because they have a lot to do, a lot to juggle. Or you are really somebody else around you. Oh, okay. So a storyline for some of you. Some of you could be really valuing this this emotional calm, right? It's like it's important to you to be able to stay in this space where you have emotional tranquility, where you feel stable, where you feel peaceful. You don't want anything to threaten that. So it could be that you're seeing someone around you who is kind of picking up the slack. They're kind of like, they're doing their own work and a little bit of your work as well, because you're prioritizing your need for this serenity. So it's not that you're being selfish, it's that you recognize that maintaining this inner equilibrium is really important to you. So you're allowing people to support you. Just to kind of talk about this, I always get mixed up, but my south node is Capricorn and my north node is Cancer. So this talks about my need to not try and do everything myself, and to allow people to support me and to take some of the weight off my hands and not feel guilty about that. So this is something with those two placements. It's kind of like the polar signs. So you may find that you need to, you are either letting too much, you're either allowing people to do too much for you and you're not giving enough back, or you need to learn how to allow people to take things off your hands, like literally, like the water's pouring from her hands, the birds have alighted from her hands. It's like you need to understand that your emotional stability is important. It helps you function, right? You're not going to be able to function well if you're an emotional mess. So you know that this is really important for you. So it may be a lesson in allowing other people to come in and support you so that you can maintain this. Because some people are better at, we all have different placements in our chart. We have strengths and weaknesses. Some people are really good at multitasking. Some people are just like, I see other mums at school, because I'm a Gemini moon, so I'm a hot mess. But I see other mums at school who are like so on it, they're so organized, and it's like, it's like they run the house like a military operation. And I think, how do you get so much done in a day? I feel great about myself if I change the cat litter and wash the pots. I'm like, it's a good day for me. So, but I don't beat myself up about it, because I know that I know my chart, I know my energy, I know who I am as a person, I know my strengths and weaknesses. I'm not going to stress myself out trying to keep up with these mums who do it easily. So there could be something there for you. Happiness, dolphin again. So happiness for you does mean this emotional and physical stability. I always think about dolphins. They ride the waves. They're always happy, they always look happy, and they kind of splash around in the choppy waters. So a storm could come in, and when the storm comes in, the dolphin knows to kind of like take that deep dive and stay under the surface of the water. And the water's going to be smoother down there. They know that when the water's calm, they can come up to the surface and laugh and play. So this is very much your energy for me. You are going to have days where, let me just put the rest of the cards down so I'm not juggling. There you go. Put some of the jobs down so you're not juggling. Oh, look at that tiger there in the underlying. Oh, lovely. This is a new deck for me. It's the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, and the lady who does the artwork, Kinga Britchie. She did this deck as well, the Elemental Oracle. The artwork's amazing. I love these decks so much, but they're both quite new for me. I've had this one a couple of weeks, and this one's like brand new, so I'm really enjoying the messages that are coming through with these. But yeah, you're going to have days when you are leaping out of the water, when you're out with your friends, when you want to be sociable, when you're in that very creative energy. The pregnant ladies symbolize creation, abundance, opportunities for growth. So you're going to be in that creation energy some days when there's no storms around, when the air's clear, you're going to be feeling good. You're going to be creative. When there's a bit of a storm around you, when circumstances are challenging, you're going to go on that emotional deep dive. You're going to go into those safe spaces. You're going to take yourself away from the social situations and just spend time with the people who you're really close to. And that's okay. It's okay. If you have, if you're strong Cancer in your chart, if you're recognizing this energy as your own, that's okay. We're not all the same. We're not all the same. And we need to recognize our strengths and weaknesses, our patterns, and work with those patterns, work with those strengths and weaknesses. And that actually creates stability. So I say this quite often about Cancerian energy. Often we are... if you think about the menstrual cycle, it's kind of a similar amount of days to the moon cycle. If you think about how the moon has that magnetic pull on the earth, that gravitational pull, on the earth, and that affects the tides. In a similar way, there have been traditional links with women's emotions, women's menstrual cycle, and the patterns of the moon, the phases of the moon. So you may find that you have, even if you're you identify as masculine, you don't have a menstrual cycle, you may still feel an emotional connection to the moon, where with the moon cycle you may find that some days you have loads of energy and some days you're totally drained. Just pay attention to that. Maybe keep a diary of your moods and see if you can start to see any kind of patterns there, and it may really, really help you to kind of organize your life, because you're like, right, okay, I'm not going to beat myself up about not doing much on this day, but on this day I'm going to make up for it and almost like get things done, because I know that I'm going to start to run out of energy. So you may find that that's really helpful for you to do that. Right, the center, the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter, please, for Thursday, for people with, oh, it's your card, look. You are the heart of the matter, putting yourself first, prioritizing yourself, getting the balance. The chariot card talks about, there's always a white horse and a black horse on the chariot card, or traditionally. And this talks about balancing out your yin and yang, balancing out, again, the days where you need to take action, where you need to be the leader, and the days when you need to be in more yin-like energy, where you're more receptive, where you allow things to flow to you rather than pushing. So this talks about coming into balance. She can see this kind of like her stomach's radiating there, so it's almost like something to do with your confidence. It's also talking about reward and recognition, having victory. So that's a really nice card for the center of your reading, and it comes with the Queen of Inspiration. Yep, so creativity, this kind of stomach chakra, this is where a lot of our creative energy comes from. Our passion. So the Queen of Inspiration is the Queen of Wands. She's very passionate, she's very confident, she's courageous. These two cards together, this is like victory, success, confidence, recognition, the ability to go out into the world and let that inner light shine. And you can see that she's kind of like, if you see these pyramids lighting up, and she's got this these kind of beams of light coming from her fingers, and this beam of light kind of directly going into her head. It's almost like you're using your intuition. I mean, talk about taking action, talk about Mars. This is absolutely Mars in Cancer. Like, you couldn't get a card to signify Mars in Cancer any more strongly. The Chariot card, it's a very, very fast moving card. So yeah, so she's getting this, it's almost like a connection to the divine, inspiration. You know, when you get that inspiration, it comes from nowhere. It's kind of like, almost like you've got this connection. So when you're in these moods where you're feeling very, very tranquil and calm, you can access that intuitive creative source energy. It's like it opens up for you, your mind opens up, you're more receptive, you're able to create, because she's like, almost like she's creating music here with these strings, or, you know, it's like it's hard to describe because it's almost like a psychic thing, that's the way it's coming through. But it's like these pyramids are humming to me. It's like these pyramids are making music, they're humming with music to me today. So really nice there. I'm going to pull the rest of your cards, and then we'll kind of interpret what's going on here. So 4 more cards, please, around the heart of the matter for Mars in Cancer on Thursday. Okay, so I guess I'm going to take that one first. I think this one wants to go here. Okay, interesting. And 2 voices and the moon. All right. Yeah, moon energy again there. And the moon's a very emotional card. This talks about friendship groups, support groups, the people who are maybe supporting you at this time, but it's more talking about, because it's your energy, it's more talking about your need for these supportive connections. Ace of Materials there, new plan, change of location possibly for some of you. What's that? Temperance. Okay, so for some of you, there's something coming in that's new and tangible. So it's a side message that's coming through, so it won't be for everybody. Something that's coming through that's new and tangible. You may have to literally relocate. Can you see how it looks like a location marker? I have to say I got that from Santaro, but since she said it, I always see it now. So yeah, you could be relocating, but there's a plan here. It could be a plan to move, a new project that you're starting, but it's something tangible and real with the Ace of Materials. It's kind of in the concept stage, so it's almost like I'm thinking about taking a job, but I would have to move. It's that kind of thing. It's not in your hands yet, but it's something that's real. You could really have this. With the Temperance card, this is again talking about the need to have that emotional balance. Can you see the similarities of these 2 cards? They're both kind of like in the water there. So the need for you to be emotionally balanced, the need for you to work, again, same message, the need to work with your moon cycles, with your mood, when your mood's at a high and when your mood's at a low, recognizing this and tempering yourself and working with it. The Temperance card also talks about water and fire, so it's emotions and passions. So again, very much your energy with a Mars in Cancerian placement, of being having your passions, your need to take action, your motivation very, very tied up with your emotions, you know, acting from an emotional base. So you need to, sorry, they're giving me, I think it's Deja Vu by Beyonce. I said bass, and it's what they say at the start of that song, hi-hat, 808, doo-doo-doo. Yeah, it's Deja Vu by Beyonce. So I don't know, maybe you've got a sense of deja vu, you know, you can see these two people mirroring, doing the same things. I'm gonna write that song down for you on your song list, and I've got a weird pressure in my head now that I've said that. I'm just gonna take a quick break to write that song down, and then we'll pull some more cards. Okay, I'm glad I took that quick break there because it allowed a message to come through it came through very powerfully, which is why I went all funny. And I understand what the cards are saying to me now. So some of you may have some sort of like you either have some kind of soul tribe, soul family around you, or you've met someone and there's this sense of kind of like already knowing them, like you know, like I swear I've met you before, that kind of feeling. You see, because the head is coming out of the head, it's like deja vu, like I don't know, and then like the three heads here, they're all the same. Then here it's like this feeling of like splitting apart. And here as well, like the three women on this card, there's like three women on this card. These two are kind of statues though, but I'm just seeing like the three women. This kind of like, again, this kind of soul tribe energy. So you could be, some of you could be in some kind of connection where you are literally seeing this person everywhere. You may be hearing this person's name all the time. You may have a real sense of deja vu at the moment. You may have this kind of almost like inception feeling of kind of like a dream within a dream, like I've dreamt this and now it's happening. Those kind of things may be happening for you here for somebody. Came through so strongly, it kind of made me feel very, very heady, that. So an energy outside, please, of people with a Mars in Cancer placement. Energy outside. Okay. Knight of Cups, there you go. Yeah, it's like now they're giving me I knew I loved you before I met you. I think I dreamed you here tonight. Sorry, it's terrible singing. It's Savage Garden. I think I loved you before I met you. More, please. Whoa, look here. Divine timing. Change of fortune. Taking a risk, taking a gamble. Eight of Swords, feeling tied up mentally. And so, again, this is all energy outside of you. There's someone around you. It could be somebody's got their eye on you. They're going to take a risk. Oh, the King of Swords now. Oh, I think they're going to bottle it. I think they're going to bottle it. Could be someone that you met at some kind of an event, or you will meet at an event. Okay. Okie dokie. So I'm going to read the heart of the matter. I'm going to read these two cards out to you from the booklet to give us an idea of what's going on internally for you. But I have to say, very strong moon energy, this kind of cycles, something to do with cycles. You can see as well that the women on these cards are also holding moons. So there's could be something about divine timing. Something could happen in a month. Something important could happen in a month for you. Again, moon cycles, moon is connected to pregnancy. So if you are looking to get pregnant, you know, maybe really spend some time paying attention to your moon cycles, to your menstrual cycle. You know, there's going to be like days that are like prime days for it. If you don't want to get pregnant, be very careful. Take precautions. I am seeing cards that symbolize pregnancy here. Sorry, excuse me. I do feel like things are picking up for you. If it feels like life is about to get very fast paced, or you're already in this, which is why you need this sense of calm. But the Chariot card and the Queen of Inspiration, these are both fiery action taking cards, sorry. So very much like fast energy here, very creative energy, again with the moon, creation. And then you've got this speed card up here. So yeah, life's picking up. You do need to make sure that you keep emotionally stable. Look at all of the cards where the women are in the water like this. Finding that equilibrium, making sure that you are taking action but keeping your foundation, your emotional foundation secure. Wanting some kind of justice here. You may, if you've acted in very good karma. Now, interestingly, I'm picking up on a kind of secretive energy. Underneath this Four of Wands, you've got the Seven of Swords, which talks about deception. It's the Thief in the Night card, not necessarily always bad. And the Moon card also talks about keeping secrets. So secretive energy, a lot of Moon, almost High Priestess energy, but not quite. Because I think you really have to work on that equilibrium. And then if you've acted in high honor, you're going to get some kind of karmic justice here. You're going to get some kind of fair outcome, or you're wanting a fair outcome for something. The Justice card in the upright. You could also be dealing with contracts or the legal system, or some kind of official documentation. I've just noticed, I have never noticed that before. In all the times I've looked at this card, there's a moon behind her head. I've never noticed that before. All this moon energy. You may have strong Pisces as well with the moon card. Maybe your Pisces sun sign and Cancer in Mars in Cancer. This is also Libran energy though. You've got 3 major arcanas here and a very powerful character card. The Moon, the Chariot, and the Justice. So it's like maybe secrets are going to be revealed. If you feel like things have been kept from you, things have been kept from you with that Moon card. It's like the sun behind this Queen of Inspiration means that things are going to become clearer for you. Things are going to be revealed. You can see actually this stomach is kind of shining that light into this sun energy behind her. So it's like you're going to, I feel like you're either going to be in the spotlight for something, you're going to get reward or recognition for something, or you're going to, and that's going to feel like you've got justice, like I've put in all this work and I'm being recognized for it now, so I've got my justice. Or you're going to be offered a job with that Ace of Pentacles, some of you, and it's like you're going to be signing contracts. But things are going to become clearer. If things have been a bit murky, things are going to become a lot clearer, and you're going to feel very passionate and creative with this Queen of Inspiration. This Two of Voices is a little bit worrying. It can talk about indecision. It kind of says that you're being blinded because you're trying to think about things from a logical point of view. You're trying to think of things from your mind, when actually there's some kind of decision here that needs to be made based on emotion and passion. So what makes you feel passionate? What makes you excited? What makes you feel strong and confident? Move towards that. Try and trust your intuition on that. Anything that feels, move towards your creation, move towards confidence, move towards excitement. But do it from an emotional base, a secure emotional foundation. Don't get in your head about it. Outside of you, you've got this Knight of Cups energy coming towards you. This is kind of like the Lancelot card, the Knight in Shining Armour, somebody coming in to tell you how much they love you, or to just recognize you in some sort of way. It doesn't even have to be necessarily a love interest. It can be a friend who says, it could be somebody, it could be that you've done something for somebody. I'm just kind of getting this now. It could be that you've done something for somebody. You've helped them out. You've helped them with the workload. Maybe you helped someone else with their workload. And this person's coming in possibly with a bunch of flowers to say, thank you. I really appreciated, you helping me out there. For some of you, maybe it's Mother's Day today in the UK. Maybe this is like your son coming towards you with some flowers saying, I recognise all the hard work that you do for me. I recognise that you juggle so much in order for me to have a good life. Something like that for somebody. But yeah, this is somebody outside of you coming towards you, I think, to tell you how much they appreciate you, because you're showing the Chariot card, which talks about being recognised and having victory. This person outside of you, though, there's somebody taking a bit of a gamble, or there's something to do with divine timing, luck, maybe like a lucky investment paying out, or it could talk about the wheel, also can talk about a change in circumstances. So there could be circumstances changing outside of you, which means that you have this opportunity to really kind of almost like step into your best self, your best creative version of yourself. Maybe but just, as I say, you're not a fan of change if it threatens your security, your foundations. So if there's some kind of change in the air, that could be what's causing this kind of mental blockage for you. But keep calm, keep it stable, and trust your emotions, trust the things that feel good, and let that guide you. Somebody outside of you does feel very, very mentally trapped as well. This card talks about feeling stuck in a situation and not really knowing how to move, not really knowing how to get out of something, but they're not really trapped. You can see it's their perception of their own circumstances is making them feel trapped, where actually they're not trapped at all. Again, this is somebody outside of you who's also feeling a little bit blocked, a little bit trapped here. It could be that you've literally blocked someone on social media and they're like, how do I contact this person? I don't know how to do this. So it could be something like that going on for you there. But then you have got this King of Swords up here as well in the reverse. It could be the same person, it could be a different person, I don't know. Now the King of Swords in reverse is it could simply mean that somebody's not talking, they're not communicating, they're not taking action, which might be why you need to be the one to step up and take action, right? If somebody else is kind of slacking. It could also indicate that you're dealing with somebody who's not very nice. It could be somebody who's harsh with their words, who's cruel with their words, somebody who is immature in their communication, immature in the way that they take action. It could be somebody who's very deceptive, somebody who's very manipulative, not the best energy, somebody who doesn't have all the information they need. They're not wise, right? They're not seeing clearly. So it could be any of these things. There's quite a lot of different meanings to the King of Swords in reverse. So again, that's somebody outside of you. It could be the same energy, could be a different energy. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to read these two for you in the center of your reading. And then I'll pull you a couple of advice cards. So the Chariot card then. This is, again, this is the heart of the matter. This is the center of your energy. So if you don't feel like this right now, this is what you want to move towards, right? Confident willpower, control, determination, movement, travel, believing in yourself. I did say, didn't I, that some of you may literally be moving, which is why you have to remain emotionally balanced. Believing in yourself, taking care not to harm others, moving fearlessly towards a dream, maneuvering different forces in the same direction, knowing where you want to go. The ritual of will. She burned her plan into her mind's eye and into her heart. Uphill or downhill, she's determined to get there, and nothing will stand in her way. Drawing down the power of the cosmos into her solar plexus, all of her willpower pours out into the night and etches her path in the sand. I'm just turning the page. 1,000 horses thunder onto the grounds below her as she stretches her hands to connect into their galloping energy. The horses have different ideas about where they want to run to. Some pull left and some pull right, but the chariot muse, with all her resolve and determination, coaxes these wild beauties onto the right track. She wants to remind you that your will is your magic and that your purpose will guide your steps forward. Move ahead confidently, because with steady controlled movement, you will see your dream in the distance and catch it. Charioteer, ride through the night, the ocean, times and places. See the goal, release your light, determined forward paces. Now it's interesting because this does have a very paced, methodical energy to it that isn't normally connected to the Chariot card. The Chariot card is normally very fast action for me. I just realised that we've got this little character who's joined us. It just caught the corner of my eye as I kind of was paused. It's a cat toy. It's like full of catnip, this little turtle, but I don't know why it kind of like, it just looked like it wanted to join your reading today. You know, you are the crab, you've got that hard outer shell, so turtle energy is very similar to me as Cancerian energy. So if you notice that, that's why that's there. But this is talking about being a little bit more methodical. So you have a dream, you have a goal, you know where you want to go, but doing it in a very methodical, balanced, emotionally stable way is really important to you. So keep your goal in sight. It's like, you've got your eye on this dream, right? Not quite sure how you're gonna get there. Stay stable, do the self-care, love yourself, keep your dream in sight, and keep taking steps towards it, because you will get there. Every step you take is a step closer. So keep going. Don't let yourself get in your own head about it. Okie dokie. The Queen of Inspiration. Joy, courage, warmth, confidence, power, dynamic enthusiasm, a creatrix, engaging conversations, accepting all of yourself, a boisterous, bold, and powerful leader. Prompt, the allure of intensity. And again, this is what I was saying about Cancerian energy. And a lot of people kind of, when they're talking about like this crabby energy and stuff, they leave out the kind of social, very dynamic and magnetic and engaging energy that people with strong Cancer placements can be in. I know a lot of my Cancerian friends, they really do feel like the life of the party sometimes, but then they need to kind of go in, like they kind of burn out and they have to go and have the kind of quiet time. Again, I was talking about kind of the moon cycle. It's like our Cancerian friends have days when they're like this, in this full energy, where it's like they really are like the life of the party. They really have the spotlight on them because they're so vivacious and funny, like really funny. Sorry, really funny, my Cancerian friends. But then like it's like they get themselves overwhelmed and they have to go and like they drain their emotional battery and they have to go inwards and go into the shell and recharge. So they're very much like waiting. It's almost like you're waiting for the next power up. Because when you get into that kind of, they show me an Energizer Bunny, when you get that kind of Energizer Bunny energy where you're like, right, I've got a full battery now, it's like you can go and do whatever you want to do. You can go and get your contract or your justice or your, you know, whatever it is you want to do. But it is part of this cycle for you. So Queen of Inspiration. The allure of intensity. The Queen of Inspiration reaches out over the horizon. She waves her hand, summoning an unseen force of intention and love. She is the embodiment of warmth and confidence, compassion and determined joy. I'm sorry if you can hear that crackling. It's my nose is crackling. I get it sometimes, especially in Capricorn readings. I don't know why, but it's happening now. She is the embodiment of warmth and confidence, compassion and determined joy, and she is seeking inspiration for the land below. Connecting with the ethers above, she downloads the keys to creation, and she imbues the land with the belief in self-expression. The Queen is a powerful messenger of connected creativity, and she wants you to know how accessible her creative force is. She asks you to hear the tones of creation within her. She plucks their strings one by one and tells you to move in the direction of desire. Exactly what I was saying, move in the direction of desire. Look, again, like it's almost like that's the stomach, isn't it? It's almost like that's the stomach of this woman. So it's very much like the solar plexus chakra that you need to work on or work with at the moment. So maybe go and have a look at that. She plucks their strings one by one and tells you to move in the direction of desire, knowing that you can master this expressive attainment and success. Follow the sounds of your inspiration and enthusiasm and explore the edges of your courage, your self-acceptance, and your leadership. Every time she arrives, the room is filled with the most impossible magic, and once again believing in the power of her dreams and in the warmth of infectious inspiration. Infectious inspiration, yes, Cancer. You know, when you're at your strength, when you're top of your game, you are absolutely this dynamo in the center of the room, getting everybody's attention, being this funny, creative, magnetic leader. So embrace those times when you feel like that. Move towards things that make you feel like that and push the edges of your comfort zone while maintaining that inner emotional equilibrium. All right, I hope that was helpful to you. Let's get you a few advice cards and one more song and we'll close out the reading. So, advice please for people with a Mars placement. Whoa, Mars placement. You see how everything's shot off then? Absolutely, the energy is gaining momentum, and that's what I was picking up on right at the start with movement and speed. It's like things are picking up for you. That Chariot card, I feel like you're moving into a very creative, exciting time of your life. The energy is gaining momentum. Work through your fears. Yeah, absolutely. New moon in Scorpio. So this is this card for me. Work through your fears. It's like your luck's coming in. Something's happening. There's going to be a change of luck, change of circumstances. It's going to feel really exciting. You may be going to a lot of events, parties, or celebrating. Could be like getting a new job and celebrating it. It feels great. The energy feels so good in this reading, Cancer, I have to say. So I hope this is your reading. Oh my goodness, yes. Some of you are. Didn't I say some of you are like stepping into the spotlight? The card that just spat out, the Starfish card. The Starfish means, it may not mean when I read from the book, but to me, the symbolism of the starfish means somebody who is a star, somebody who's the luck's coming in. Your luck is coming in. You may be in the spotlight. You may be getting reward and recognition. Beautiful. Hawk Spirit, let Spirit be your guide. Okie dokie, let's read from the book here. So 59. Starfish Spirit. Open to infinite possibility. I'm sorry if you heard me burp there. It's so gross. Stretched out on the beach, the starfish opens fully to the rays of the sun. I hope maybe some of you are going on holiday. Maybe that's what it is with that, the travel element of that card. To the power of potential. As you look out towards the horizon, do you open up to the infinite possibility? Spirit is the source of opportunities beyond your wildest imagination and ensures endless possibilities are available. At this time, Starfish Spirit urges you to stretch past the limits of your everyday perception and comfort zone to dream of bigger things and imagine with even greater hope and faith, for miraculous potential is shining down on you. Feel it, bask in it, and open yourself to be filled with inspiration. This is a very fortunate sign, Wheel of Fortune. This is a very fortunate sign that Starfish Spirit has come to remind you of your infinite potential. It comes from within you, right? It comes from within you. Look at the creation energy of that. It's amazing. And then just bask in your own creative gorgeousness. All right, I hope that was helpful to you. Let's get you a song on camera then. From my messy tablet. I'm sorry, I do need to give it a bit of a clean. People with Mars in Cancer for Thursday or whenever they find this reading, what's the one song they really need to hear? What's going to be really helpful to them? Runaway Train by Soul Asylum. That's runaway train never coming back. One way on a wrong way track. Feels like I'm gonna get somewhere. Neither here nor there. Okay. What does it say? It says Grave Dancers Union, Soul Asylum. I'm going to have a quick look at this 1 second. Okay, it's got one of those little behind the lyrics things here on Spotify. So I was just having a quick look at that to see what it was saying. Now, obviously, whatever meaning this you get from this song, take it. You know, maybe a runaway train that has symbolism for you. Soul Asylum, maybe there's something there. Maybe go and have a look at the lyrics, watch the music video. Whatever pops out to you, whatever that song, however that song has meaning to you, take it. If you hate that song, it also has meaning, right? But I was intrigued by it. It said that the song really changed people's lives and that apparently it was a song about depression. It says the thing that really got it rolling was that I was in a very dark place and I had somebody that I could call up in the middle of the night. So I'll leave it there, but maybe there's something there for somebody. Do go and look up the lyrics because a lot of the time when I randomize these songs for myself, I do find that they're really, really helpful. They get me thinking about things. So yeah, leaving it there. Leave me a like if you like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your friends if you think it's their story. Leave me a comment if anything particularly resonated. I really appreciate it when people do this. And I know some of you have been doing over the past couple of weeks, which I love. So yeah, I hope that was helpful to you. I've said that about 100 times, so I'm going to go now. Do take care and I'll see you again soon. Best of luck with that. Bye bye.